Hello, people. How are you? What do we got? 3:03 p.m. Eastern Time. It's good to see you. For the people that are watching this later, no one's on yet. Had a little time. Figured we'd do a live stream. We'll see who's around. It is noon on the West Coast, so maybe people didn't go out and do anything yet on a Saturday. We shall find out. Hello, first person. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for signing on. I always love the starts of the live streams. Hello, people signing on. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Michael, what's up? Iowa, nice. James, hello. Hub, how you doing, buddy? Good to see people are around. Weird time, I know. Weird start. Thank you for the first thumbs up, whoever did that. I appreciate it. McFasto, hello. Jeremy, hello. Whoa. See if I get this right. Elizer? Hello. I think you said greetings from New York, so greetings from New Jersey. Jonathan, what's going on? Dr. Sand, how you doing? Jordan, what's up? Oh, greetings from Kentucky. Well, hello then. Tam, how you doing? Hello. Cal, hello. We got people from all over the place right now. That's good. Canada's in the house. Cal's here to tell me how the Islanders are about to blow it and not make the playoffs potentially, which is scary. Jeremy's in Texas. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I always ask where you guys coming from, but feel free to let us know now. Cod's in Minnesota. All right, cool. Oh, don't ya know? B says, don't know if it's me. You're cutting in and out. Am I cutting in and out? Is everybody good? Are you seeing a good stream right now? Let Bees know. Bees Landscaping, by the way, if you need anything done. Smash that like button, everyone, says Jonathan. Thank you very much. St. Louis for Dr. Sand. Hello, hello. Cal says, let's go Islanders. Jets aren't getting in either. The whole Metro division is just too close for me right now, Eastern Conference-wise. Clear for McFasto. James says it's fine, so we're good to go. No, you're good, 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 good. All the way up in Alberta, Canada. A lot of Canada in the house. Travis, how you doing? Blues back-to-back champs this year. I hope not. No offense. Mitch, what's up? So you said you don't open the sunroof, but do you let the light in? Mitch, I'll be honest with you, I probably could do that more. I don't even open the slider or anything. I don't know. I'm disappointed in it. But I'm one of those people that I like to have stuff just in case I ever want to use it. I feel like if I lived in a warmer climate, it would get a lot more life out of it. Or excuse me, I would get a lot more life out of the sunroof. The problem is in summer it's too hot, in winter it's too cold. You basically get spring and fall, and you got to make sure the sun isn't above you in any way, because it shines down into the vehicle to where you can't see the road ahead of you, and that's not fun. Buddy, what's up, man? Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the coolest name of any town in America. Doug, my friend, how's Alaska treating you? HRV says, hola, how you doing, buddy? Hola. Glad I finally caught the live stream instead of finding out about it when I'm going to go to sleep. Well, I'm glad you're here, too. This is a weird time one. I just had time. You guys know how I roll with my live streams. I suck, and I can never just give you a time. I have to do it when I have a moment. I promise I will get better with that someday. Jordan says, when have you last driven a new domestic truck? I drove my buddy's Ford F-150. It's a 2019 a couple months ago. Blues, not a chance. Vegas has the best goaltending pairing right now. Yeah, I agree with that. The Islanders should have kept Leonard, but that's just me. They improved, but we have better defense. Okay, here we go. Michael says, have you noticed that the seats in the newer Tundras are much stiffer than the old ones? My 2019 SR5 cloth seats are way too firm. When I get into my buddy's 2010, I like those much better. Now, Michael, give it some time. When they wear in a little bit, they get a lot softer. That is a fact for sure. Tewksbury, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Christopher, hello. Rancho Cucamonga, California. All right. That is a long ways away from me. I've never been to California. I'd like to. So if anybody has a guest room, please let me know. I hate Vegas, so that was hard to say. Oh boy. Cole, what's going on? So we got a couple of the veterans in here today. That's good stuff. Good, good, good. Bien, bien, bien. All right, going to the Celtics game tonight. Dude, what was the name of that movie? What was the name of the movie? Oh, Celtic Pride. Remember that movie? That was great. What's his face was in that? Daniel Stern, Dan Aykroyd. One of the best ever. Are we closer to a twin-turbo Tundra? Getting a little closer every day. As per some of the people I talked to, you know, rumor-wise, It looks like we're going to see the twin turbo before the hybrid. But again, we don't really have much to go off of. Just everything I get, I make a video on. I don't hold it anything back as far as the stuff I hear. If I hear 3 things, I'll tell you 3 things at once. I don't make it into 3 separate videos because there's no point in doing that. Travis from Wisconsin, go Bucks. All right, Travis, cool. Dude, we're all over the country today and Canada. Joe says, I have a Platinum also, and I like having the light come in through the sunroof in the winter and even seeing the stars out at night. Don't need to be open to enjoy it. This is true. Well, to be honest with you, I use my sunroof a lot for certain angles when I'm filming, so I guess it is kind of important. Getting ready for a trip to Texas to get work done on the Tundra. Where are you going? DAP Tune? Where in Texas are you headed to have work done to the old Tundra? Have you heard anything about the box length for the CrewMax in the next gen? No, I have not, but I'm thinking because of all the things we've talked about with it, and it's been a lot of people talking about it, there probably will be what you see on the double cab, the 6.5 foot box on the CrewMax. I'm really hoping so. Seems like an easy one everybody wants. Keenan, what's going on, buddy? You're getting a Tundra. I thought you already had one. I'm so confused. You've had like 30 vehicles and you're like 18, right? 17, whatever you are now. That's cool though. If you're getting a Tundra, what kind of Tundra are you getting? What's going on with that? DAP, yes? Okay, good. Let me know how that is because I was talking to the dude from DAP and he wants me to come down to get work done. See, you can have DAP ship a tune to you, but with the supercharger, he has to do it. Which engine do you prefer, the 4.7 or the 5.7? Okay, trick question there now. Let me tell you why. I just want to make sure you got it right. A little science there, Dr. Sand. So the 4.7 was available in the Tundra from 07 to 09, the second gen Tundra, 07 to 09. In 2010, they came out with the 4.6, and the 5.7 has been there since 2007 as well. I used to own a 4.7, a 2007 4.7. I liked it. It moved it well. The 5.7 is a beast, and I love it, and I want it to remain forever. That will always be my number one. Anybody here overland or off-road with their long bed Tundra? Ooh, that's a good question. Very, very, very good question. Does anyone here overland or off-road with their long bed Tundra? Oh, I got Ajita. Woo! Where is DAP? I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's around San Antonio, though. I could be wrong. Maybe around Houston? I can't remember. Somewhere in Texas, though. Have you heard about Toyota misinforming about the rollover on the sticker price on the 2018 Tundra? No, do tell. Or email me that story. I have a Tundra I have a Tundra from work, which was a 2019 CrewMax Limited in the gray color. Getting a 19 or 20, looking for some good dealios. Rock and roll. I think the TRD Pro is way overrated. And yes, this is coming from a Pro owner. I think it's better to just buy an SR5 and get better suspensions. It's always an option. You probably end up saving a ton of money that way. It's near Dallas. Okay. Cole says. The Cole man. Have you been golfing, Cole? How's that going for you? Man, I'm sore. I'm a little tired, but we're doing it. DAP is about 20 minutes northwest of Dallas. Cool. Sean, hello. Hey, Mark, what's happening on this Saturday? Here's what I've done so far today. I woke up. I had a couple cups of coffee. I shot over to the golf course, played 18 by myself real quick because it's windy and cold. I was the only person on the golf course. Shot over to the hospital to see my mother and just got home and figured I would do a live stream real quick. And then I got some plans a little later on. So, yeah, a little live stream action, and then we'll get back. I got to clean the house at some point today or tomorrow, too. And that's my my weekend. Do you think they will discontinue the Tundra long bed model in the 2021 remodel? I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. I would hope they would keep that around because it is an effective tool, and I actually see a lot of them around here. How is it going with your mom? Thank you, Steve. Thank you for asking. Everything's okay. Today was a good day. So we take it one day at a time, and today was looking good. I'm definitely in a good mood about it. I literally just walked in and started the live stream, so I was with her within 20 minutes ago, and she is in good spirits and looking to get out of there real soon. So we shall see. Dr. Sand said, any recommended mods for the 4.7? I have a 4Runner and love it. I don't know. It depends what you want to do to it, how far you want to go with it. There are some superchargers out there for the 4.7, I believe, still. not TRD. There's little things you could do. I mean, you could buy like a pedal commander, like a tuner. You could do intake exhaust. There's a lot of things you could do with it. Just depends how much money you want to spend and how far you want to go with your modifications as far as performance goes. Cole says, I have been golfing. It's been good. But working more, changing starters on Sand Pros. Got the employee tournament tomorrow. Rock and roll, bro. Okay, Jeremy's in Fort Worth, Texas. Keenan says, I want a double cab SR5 TRD off-road with leather. Rock and roll. Excuse me. Sam says, hey, pal. Hi, buddy. I got black Weston Nerf step bars on my Tundra, thinking about going power automatic to hide them away. Anyone have any recommendations? I don't know the brand, but there's that one main company that makes the power ones. They're not cheap. They're not cheap, but everyone seems to really like them. Cole's in Little Rock. Yes. Tewksbury says, I plan to get back on the course this year. No golf past 4 years, unfortunately. Need that in my life again. I'm at the point where I'm playing like 3 to 4 times a week every single week now. And it's funny because I'll be playing really, really, really well. And then all of a sudden something will go wrong. And I have to spend 3 or 4 rounds trying to figure out what went wrong. So I've actually had a couple really crappy rounds lately. And all it was I wasn't turning my wrist the right way. I had my wrist off just a little bit, and it screwed up my shot. But now today was a good round, so everything's back to good today. Which is why I like to go play by myself, because I can work on stuff. All right. Do you think the 2021 Pro will have rear lockers? No, I don't. I do not. Absolutely not. If you're going to see any rear lockers in any way, shape, or form, it's going to be the next gen. It won't be anything before that. Which 2021 is the last model year before the next gen, so hopefully 2022. Tori, what's going on, bud? How you doing? How's Utah? Sam says, glad to hear your mom's doing okay. God bless her. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it very much. Gaming Gnome, what's going on? What's up, TD34? I haven't been on in a while, but can't stay long. Kids B-ball game. Hope they get the W. Hope all is well. Think the wife might jump back into the Forerunner. Rock and roll. Keep me updated on that. Good luck at your kids' basketball game. Go get them. Go get the W. Are you and the wife ready to get into a new family vehicle? Still kicking with that CRV, so it's still a no at this point. Hopefully soon. It's up to her, not me. DAP in a couple months. That's the plan anyway. Good stuff. Glad to hear about your mom as well. Thank you. My wife's family went through a lot of that as well. Yes. It's an interesting situation. But one day at a time. I'm telling you, one day at a time is the best thing I've ever followed, especially with this. It keeps you in the mode of just worrying about what's happening right now and not what's happening next week, 2 days from now, all that stuff. Just focus on the day and go from there. And I've been having a good time with that. My mother has as well. She's definitely ready to get out of the hospital. She's bored. But, you know, gotta stay until they tell you can go. Tewksbury says, 2 teenagers and a wife at home screwed up my shot. I hear that, buddy. Just work through it. Work through it. You got this. Tori says, Utah is beautiful today. Low 60s. Supposed to snow tomorrow. Why not? Do you consider doing a coach build on your Tundra? No, not really. Not really. I'm kind of happy with my suspension. Every once in a while, I'll get crazy and do, I don't know, like some king shocks. I always think about doing something really nuts on the Platinum, but then I wake up the next day and I'm pretty happy with what I got. But that's just me. The best part about the channel is especially when we do the fan feature and everything, is you get to see everybody's different build and everybody's different Tundra, which is the good stuff, because there's so many different ones out there. Did you see the one I made the other day on Darren's truck, Darren's Tundra with the 15-inch lift on it? That's crazy. You don't see that every day. Joel, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. Jeremy says, do you have any recommendation for bed cover without breaking the bank? I like mine. I have a Trifecta 2.0 from Xtang. It's a soft cover, trifold, but I love it. It's been great. I don't really want a hard cover, but depends what you're looking at. That cost me, I think it was around $350 to $400, and there's cheaper ones out there. Tonneau Pro. If you go on like Auto Anything or all of the websites, the 4-wheel parts, they have a bunch of options out there. Just read your reviews. I mean, that's the best thing you could do. Read the good, but read the bad. When I'm about to buy something, I always read the bad reviews on it to see what the people are complaining about of the item. That's the big deal. I'm still trying to find the best place to send my Yukon for the build as well. Got a lot on my plate over here. Yeah, one step at a time, brother. Do the 15-inch lift. You need that on the Platinum. That's crazy. I think the max I would ever do on a Platinum, no problem, Jeremy. The max I would ever do lift-wise for my own personal vehicle would be 6-inch lift. And it would have to be, and that's one thing when you buy a 6-inch lift. You don't want to go for the cheapest one. That's one thing. When you're buying things like suspension lifts and systems, you don't want to buy the cheapest one out there. You want to get one that has everything, even the extra parts that don't normally come with a lot of packages. So you make sure that you won't be breaking other parts because of a lift. It's just not worth it at that point. Shane, what's up? Recommend good lift that won't kill my bank account. I have a 14 Platinum. Well, we were just talking about this. What kind of lift do you want? What size? Because that'll be the right direction there. That's where we got to start. I lost where I was there. So, hello, Joel. How are you, buddy? You learn a lot about what people around the country like looking at. Things like your fan feature. Yes, it's a lot of fun. It's so much fun to see what everybody's got going on. How do you guys feel about Hypertech? I personally don't have an opinion. Never used Hypertech, but let's answer this question. If anyone has if anyone's ever used it, how do you feel about Hypertech? Go. 15-inch lift is insane. Looks cool to show. Looks weird on the highway. True. 4 to 6-inch lift. There's Pro Comp. There is so many different options out there. Pro Comp has a lot of great ones. You could go just suspension instead of a whole true system. You could get Icons, Kings. The Bilstein adjustable shocks go up to 3 inches, but they're 1 to 3 inch adjustable. You might want to check them out. Pro Comp, like I said, has a lot. There's a lot of different options out there. Your best thing to do, Shane, is go on there, and like I just said before about the other stuff, is just read some reviews and see what people are saying, good and bad, about these things. And don't buy the cheapest ones. Look for the ones, especially if you plan to have your truck for a very long time. You want to put the best lift kit possible on there, so you don't have to worry about it later on when it gets a little older. Never go cheap on any lift, says Shane, and I agree. And it's Sean, not Shane. I don't know why I said Shane. Apologize. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Camberg is where it's at. That's another good one. Tam says, would you buy the first year of your next gen when it comes out, or would you wait a year or two for the kinks to get worked out? Shouldn't be any kinks since it's been so long to come out. Me personally, because of the channel, I would buy the truck the day it comes out so I could tell you guys about all the kinks, but I'm in a different boat than you. I think the smart consumer thing would be to wait a year or two. Just like with any other next generation on any vehicle, that's always the thing to do. But, you know, teach their own. Excuse me, Shane says, that's why I was calling Sean Shane, because there's a Shane. Shane said, thank you. No problem, Shane. Hello, Johnny5. I'm glad you got the notification, bro. Welcome aboard. 18 minutes in. Sam said, took Tundra's little brother out for a test drive, a 2020 Magray Tacoma TRD Pro. Just curious. Very nice ride. Gets around in traffic. Lickety split. You going to do it? You going to pull the trigger? And what was the price? Joel said, couldn't be better. I bought tow mirrors for my Tundra. They are GMC type, but also fit the Tundra. It gives it a sweet look. Send a picture. TundraDude34gmail.com. I'd love to see it. How about putting the big Tesla screen in your Platinum? I'd be curious to watch you first. No, definitely not doing that. I don't want that screen. I don't want that at all. I don't know. Some people really like it, and to each their own, but it's just not my style. I like the screen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like the screen that's in there. I could deal with the screen that's in there. Anyone know anything about tunes for a 2018 Tundra? Go DAP. What's the other one? There's two. DAP and Orange Virus, I think, is the other one people are talking about right now. Two companies you might want to check into. Everyone's raving about that Orange Virus. I think that's the name of it. Chris says, looking at a 2020 Highlander for the wife. Hybrid or non-hybrid, what do you think? You know, if I'm doing a 2020 Highlander, I think I would just go hybrid. Toyota is so advanced in the hybrid world. I don't feel like you're giving anything up as far as reliability with that. So if you have the coin, you might as well go all the way. Just go hybrid. Save yourself the gas money, you know? You never know what the economy will do in the future, and if gas prices start shooting up again, you'll be happy you have that hybrid. Ryan said, I have a 2019. I will be getting a 2023. Hi, Ryan, by the way. That's perfect. Make sure any bugs are fixed with new technology. Good call, man. Good call. Because even though it's Toyota, and we know Toyota makes a very reliable part, makes a very reliable vehicle, and everything they do is, it's all about reliability. QDR. Quality, dependability, reliability. That's how they live their lives. But it doesn't matter. all new things will have kinks and bugs. So, yep, that's a smart move, Ryan. Good call. Cole says Johnny 5 DAP tune should be able to do it. Johnny 5 says Keith at Dirty Deed said the Bully Dog won't work for my 2018. Okay. Besides, you don't want a box tune, Johnny 5. If you're going to do it, go all the way and get yourself like an actual real tune, like a downloaded tune. Cole, I have to bring it to DAP and the price is $700. Oh boy. Ryan said, I also got my first modification. Ended up getting the all-black TRD shift knob from Sparks Parts. Looks good. Absolutely, bro. I have that as well. Congratulations on your first modification, my friend. Sam says, I am tempted, Mark, but not sure. The price is $48.5. A lot of pesos. Yes, very true. $48.5, although not a great price for a Tacoma, that's actually one of the better prices I've seen for a TRD Pro Tacoma. And to be honest with you, Sam, and I don't want to push you in the direction of the Tacoma, they have a matte gray one here. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Looks great. New Tundra owner here, so I have a ton of questions. No problem. That's what we're here for. Has anyone replaced their driver's side chain tensioner toward the top of the motor? Okay, that's a great question. Let's see if anyone's do that. I'm going to read it one more time for you. Has anyone replaced their driver's side chain tensioner toward the top of the motor? Go get them. By the way, since there are some new people, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the like button on some stuff, watch all the videos. I put them into playlists so it's easier for you, so go check that out. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know every single time I put up a video, which is usually 6 to 7 days a week. So help a bro out, man. Welcome aboard, too. Happy to have you here. Questions are always welcome. And don't be afraid to introduce yourself as well. Buddy says, anyone have ceramic coat on their Tundra? And do they like it? Or is it more problem than it's worth? One more time. This is from Buddy. Anyone have ceramic coat on their Tundra? And do you like it, or is it more of a problem than it's worth? Go. Sean says, I like the Highlander either way. Rock and roll. Mark H, what's up, bud? What's the price difference on the hybrid, though? And how long would it take to make up the difference in fuel? That's a good question. Have to do some mathematics on that. I don't know what the price difference is. I would guess probably like $5 or $6 grand at least, depending on your trim. You'll never make the extra money back spent on a hybrid in gas money, Joe says. Yes, I'm in the same spot, Johnny. 600 for me. Mark, you said orange virus. I believe that's what it's called, J5. Believe. Let's see. I'd go 3.5 straight fuel, good engine, good on fuel, Mark H said. There you go. I hate to lease, but with the all-new tech, leasing seems to be getting more appealing. It's a good call, my friend. Very good call. Why would you want to change it on a new Tundra? Chain tensioner, I mean. Let's see. Cole says, take that to the dealer. A Tundra is a true pain to work on. Craig, what's up, man? Am I the only one that has noticed that the Fastlane Truck channel always views all the trucks but Toyota and Nissan? I haven't watched them in so long, I don't even know. Honestly, I'm being real. I think the last time I truly watched a video from them was a couple of years ago, maybe, to be honest. But I'm going to take your word for it, bud. I knew back when I was watching it, Roman, the main dude, he didn't ever seem like a fan of anything Toyota was doing. But I don't know if things have changed. Paul says, I do on ceramic coat and loves it. Paul loves his ceramic coat on his Tundra. Boom. Gilly, man, what's going on, buddy? How's everyone doing on this Saturday? Good on this end, pal. Went and looked at a used Tundra this morning, and the dude wanted $2K less than the new one. Had 30,000 miles. I know Toyota trucks don't depreciate much, but geez, I agree with you on that one. At that point, I would just buy a new one. Dave says, Mama doing all right? Yep, I actually just got back from seeing her. She's in good spirits. She seems pretty happy. Today is a good day. I thank you very much for asking, Dave. Excuse me. Robert says, Fastlane says, because nothing has changed in years. Okay. I don't know. It's always funny to me because, like, when I get, so press vehicles. Let's talk press vehicles for a minute. So Toyota gives me press vehicles, right? And the guy that I work with and the team that I work with to get them, they're the best in the business. They're the nicest people. I love dealing with them. I make sure I always say thank you when I'm done with them because I am truly happy and I don't even know the word, ecstatic that Toyota would even give me vehicles to review, and I love it. I love the fact that they will. And then I see them give vehicles to certain people that just straight bash it. Because I'll always tell you the pros and the cons of things, but I don't bash anything because that's just not the way to do it. At the end of the day, engineers work on these trucks and these cars, and they put their heart and soul into it. I'm not going to bash it, but you know, I'll give my pros and cons. Same thing with the Tundra. There are things I like about the Tundra and things I don't like about the Tundra. But when I see Toyota go out of their way to give some of these people press vehicles to review and they just crap all over it, I just don't understand. If I was Toyota, I'd be like, all right, no more press vehicles for you, bud. You know? It's like biting the hand that feeds you. That's the way I look at it. Do you agree with that? Mark H says, got my 19 TRD Crew Max at 1.9% lease. Keeps payments low, year-end clearance. Yeah, that's a great little deal right there, pal. Hey, Mac, what's up, buddy? From Phoenix, Arizona to my Tundra people, hello. Hello to you, pal. Now, everyone that is now signed on, where are you coming from? Tell us. Where are you in the world today? I found myself in an interesting race today. Oh, boy. Paul says, great news on my mother. Thank you very much, Paul. I really appreciate that. Sam says, no ceramic coat on mine, but I polish it often with Griot's. Hope I said that right. Spray on polish shines like a mirror. Jeremy says, TundraDude34 @gmail.com. Correct. That is the email, my friends. Thanks for all the great advice on the Highlander. I will say I'm leaning towards the non-hybrid. Rock and roll, man. Go with it. Go with it. But I really would like to know this, Chris, if you know off the top of your head. What is the price difference between hybrid and non-hybrid? Sean says, gotta go, Mark and everyone. Gotta go out and do kid stuff and enjoy the sunshine we haven't seen around here for a while. Sean, enjoy yourself, bro. Go take the Tundra out. Go get some ice cream, Lieutenant Dan. Did your father pick a new Tacoma? No, he didn't pick a new Tacoma yet. We're dealing with my mother in the hospital right now. Once that gets done, we will move forward with that, I would think. High Voltage Climber, by the way, how you doing? Police Interceptor Crown Vic. I bet he felt bad as we walked away. Oh, man. J5. Cole says, I'd love to do a ceramic coat, but the old truck needs dents fixed. New paint and everything else. So just ain't worth the money for me. Yep, rock and roll. Robert, hi. Robert says, do you know anything about Tundra Platinum 4x4 Crew Max hauling a fifth wheel? And if so, what would the weight of the fifth wheel be? And is there enough room in the bed for the fifth wheel hitch? All right, Johnny 5, you ready? This one's from Robert. I'm going to read it again. Robert, I'm reading this for Johnny 5, one of our viewers here, because he's the king of towing with the Tundra. Here we go. Johnny 5, listen up. Do you know anything about a Tundra Platinum 4x4 Crew Max hauling a fifth wheel? And if so, what would the weight of the fifth wheel be? And is there enough room in the bed for a fifth wheel hitch? See what J5 says to it. All right, Johnny 5, I had a video up on my channel. Wasn't sure what the issue was. Just trying to troubleshoot. It's a used 2016 SR5. Okay? Tori said, see you, Sean. Have a good day, Sean. San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Tundra, says Ryan. Rock and roll, bro. Lucky man, that close. Robert says, Oregon, but in Oklahoma City visiting my boy. Rock and roll. Dude, you don't have to waste your time on the channel if you're with your kid. I won't hold it against you. I appreciate you being here, though. Big Salty Lake City. There you go. Oh, you just sent me an email. I'll check it in one sec. Menifee, California for Robert. Cool. Clip Show is in Whittier, California. Forgive me if I'm saying all these wrong. TD34, you should go check out NK1794. He has great detail on specs and maintenance on Tundras. I will do. I think I have, but I will again. Sam says, Liberty Lake, Washington. The temperature here yesterday was 60 and cloudy. Today, cloudy and 48. Okay. Tewksbury's in Massachusetts. Got to go. Heading into Boston for the night. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe out there, buddy. Okay? Enjoy the Celtics game. About $4,000 difference. Okay. That's what I figured. The max towing cap won't change for a fifth wheel or bumper pull. All right. There you go. There's your answer to that. All right. I got an email now. Let's see. There it is, sent from the iPhone, waiting on the picture. Oh, that's what you sent me, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out later. Okay, I'm on that. Excuse me. You know, I had hot dogs for lunch, and I can't stop burping when I eat hot dogs. It's very, very annoying. I don't know if any of you are in that boat when you have them, but poof, killing you. I'm about to head out myself, 70 and sunny here later, folks. Cole, have a good one, buddy. And that's when you do them in the day, when you do these live streams in the day and everybody's got nice weather. I expect you to go enjoy the weather. Just watch the live stream later. Or hit the like button, something like that. Oh, man. The short bed will give you some trouble with the fifth wheel. Most short dually beds use a sliding fifth wheel. Okay. The old golf course hot dog. Something like that, yes. It always seems like a good idea at the time. It never really works itself out. So, live and learn, I guess, Chris, huh? Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. And it was 3 of them. 3 dogs. Because you never buy one. A little relish, a little mustard, a little kraut. That's what you gotta do. Yeah, and even like, so if I'm having like the agita from the hot dogs, I would still eat hot dogs tomorrow. I love them. Joey, what's up? What do you know about these cam seal leaks on the Tundra, on these Tundra engines? Okay, so every once in a while, you'll get a Tundra out there that has the cam seal leaks. But I think the problem is they're not as common as people want you to believe, if that makes sense, okay? You'd have to ask direct questions for me to answer what you want to know about it, but I've had 5 Tundras. A couple of them were pretty high mileage Tundras, and I never had an issue with cam seal leaks. Anyone on here right now, there's 33 of you watching, have you ever had a cam seal leak at all? Hit me, let me know. Tori says, Joey, we will continue with that once everybody answers. But I don't know. It seems like something people really go after. It's that the 2 I hear all the time when people want to say something negative about a Tundra is the cam seal leak issue and the crash test rating on the small overlap front test. Yes, 3 hot dogs. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This doesn't just happen. You know, you need the protein. Had pizza mark. Good going down, not too good now. That's always the way. This is so that you don't hit the back of the cab against the trailer when you find yourself needing to jackknife to fit in tight spots. Okay, cool. Hassan, hello, how are you? Hi, I'm from Minnesota, but I live in K-Town, Germany. Nice. I got the 2013 TRD double cab 4.6, and I love it. What is the best tires I can get for my Tundra? I mean, it really depends what kind of tire you want. Mud terrain, all terrain. I will tell you two that I like a lot. The BFG KO2s that I have now, which I believe they now have KO3s, if I remember correctly. The KO3s came out, or they're still KM2s. Check out BFG. BF Goodrich, they're very good for all terrain, especially if you want to go a little mud terrain. I've always been a really big fan of Toyo, Open Country. Check those 2 out. If anyone else has some tire suggestions, hit them up. Wild Peaks are a good one too. I personally would not put a 5th wheel in a half-ton pickup, says Johnny 5. No leaks of any kind whatsoever, 60,000 miles now, say Tori. McFasto says no cam seal leak, 11,000 miles. Sam says no cam seal leak, but once in a while I leak at night because that's the kind of stuff Sam says. No cam seal leaks, 17 SR5, 17,000. 19 Pro, 4.8 thousand for Tim, no leaks. Chris, what's going down, buddy? How you doing, bud? 2 buds, you get 2. McFaster says BFG KO2 is the best out there. I agree. Christopher says BFG all day. Yes, yes. A 3/4 ton is still questionable for a 5th wheel, in my humble opinion. The purpose of the dual rear wheels on a 1 ton is to spread the load between 4 tires instead of 2. Rock and roll. Ryan says BFG for sure. I'm a big BFG guy too. And I bought him thinking I would hate him, but I love him. Ivan, what's up? In your opinion, what would be the best trim to buy, bang for your buck, on 2020 Tundras and why? I think I've done about 6 videos on this, and it changes every year because everything out there, you know, it does little changes here and there. But I will tell you this, buddy. It really depends, and you can answer this if you want, and we'll go from here. What are the things you want on your Tundra? Because I think the biggest bang for your buck is the SR5 TRD Off-Road. Because you get the TRD Off-Road package, which gives you, in my opinion, of course, everything's my opinion, gives you the little bit better of a wheel. It gives you the all-terrain tire, the Michelin. You get Bilstein Trail Tune shocks, not the greatest in the world, but not bad. And the SR5, if you get the upgrade package, which usually comes with the TRD Off-Road package, you're going to get a lot of options in there. Some people want more options than that. But the biggest bang for your buck, I would say, is the SR5 TRD Off-Road. Boom. The middle of the road would probably be a limited. That gives you, you start to go up into the leather game there. You have the option of a moonroof if you go Crew Max. There still is a TRD Off-Road package available for that, but the price does go up quite a bit. Chris says, Cooper STT Pro. Yep, that's another big one out there all day. All right. Chris throwing out the big guns. Next tire is BFG KM3. Have the Toyos now. There you go. Everett, how you doing? Thinking of buying my first Tundra. Should I wait for the new gen or purchase an older one? If you're going to buy a new one, maybe get yourself, you know, like on a lease situation right now, go lease one. And then in 3 years, you'll be right in line for a couple of years into the next generation. All the bugs worked out, ready to go. A lot of options out there. If I see a front end crash coming, I will make sure I center the impact. There you go. Is there no limited trim for 2020 in Canada? For some reason, there is not. And I don't know why, but you're not the first person to say that to me. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I'm writing something down. Things come to me at random times. So I got to make sure I write it down or else they're gone in 2 seconds and they never come back. Sorry. Get caught back up here. I apologize. I love my Yokohama tires. I have 25,000 miles on them and they still look brand new, very little tread wear. Cool. Ever notice startup rattle in your truck? Not me. I've never had that. If anyone has, answer Jeff, please. Ever notice startup rattle in your truck? Go. Do you think the true 3rd gen 2022 will have the auto brake option? I think there's a very good chance it has the auto brake option. We shall see. Tim said Falcon Wild Peak AT3 or BFG KM3 will be my next set of tires. Those Falcon Wild Peaks are the crowd favorite, but like the underdog. Everyone seems to love them, but a lot of people don't know they exist. Jeff, I'm currently dealing with that issue now. There you go. Tori says the Toyos are awesome in the dirt and mud, but total garbage in the snow. For me, that matters. For Tori, that matters. It explains why the SR5 TRD off-road comes with leather instead. Good, I gave you an idea. Actually, that has nothing to do with that. The limited, you can now in an SR5 get a leather package, and that's in the US too, and we have limiteds. But that is a good idea anyway. My Tundra is a 2015 with 76,000 miles on her, and not one problem. The only complaint is the MPG. Love the truck. Ocean City, Maryland. Great city. A lot of golf courses there. May be there sooner than you think. Sorry. Oh, man. Tired. Well, I love my Limited, just wish it had the 2020 tech upgrades. I say just jump the Limited. Get yourself a nice 1794 Platinum, bro. Sam says if I bought a 2020 Tundra now, I'd go TRD Pro Army Green. Beautiful truck and only needs 2 modifications. Larger meats and a tonneau cover. I do like that Army Green. It looks really good in person. I will say that. Jeff says, Elizer? Let's go Elizer. ED. Knock or chain rattle? That is the question. Jeremy says, I just finished my Toyota Care and now plan on doing my own oil changes. I've been reading about AMSOIL brand oil. What is your opinion on their fluids? I did a video the other day of what people use, asking what people use as far as oil and viscosity and everything. A lot of people said AMSOIL. A lot of positive stuff with them. You can haul a 5th wheel, and they do have a hitch for a short bed, says Craig. Thank you, Craig. You're a good man. Yes, sirree, Bob. AMSOIL is a pyramid scheme, says Joe. I'll go with Ed. All right, Ed, it works. And I'm sorry, I'm terrible. Chris. Not pesky, bro. I'm terrible with names, Ed. I apologize for that. Oh man, that Army Green on the TRD Pro 4Runner looks incredible. It's funny, when I was leaving the golf course today, like I said, I was the only human in sight. Except over on the range, there was one guy and he had a black TRD Pro 4Runner. And I'm telling you, I just can't shake that TRD Pro 4Runner. I really do want one. I wish I had the money to buy Michelle that. I'd be buying her something for me, but hey, it works out, right? Media says, go G-Men, rock and roll. I'm mulling over either getting a used 2017 Tundra Platinum or a 2020 Platinum. Any suggestions? There's also a white TRD Pro. So much stress with truck buying. I mean, it depends, man. It really depends on what you're going after. For me, if I was in your situation right now, I'm going 2020 Platinum. That's what I would get. Brand new. Start fresh with the vehicle. Don't have to worry about who used it last. I'm not much of a used guy. I'm not totally against it, but I like to buy new. That's just me. That's just me. I don't know. Everyone's different. But I would go 2020 Platinum. You get all the options in it. You'd be happy. TRD Pro wise, I had a 2016 TRD Pro, and the TRD Pros have a lot more going on in them now. There's a lot more features. Back then, it was pretty much an SR5 Platinum. SR5 platform. So it didn't have much in it. Now there's a sunroof. I had leather then. There's leather now. There's a lot more stuff in today's TRD Pro, but the price is insane, and you can't get the incentives with them. So you're pretty much going to be paying MSRP. If you get a Platinum, there's incentives tied to it. I don't know what's around right now. It might be 1.9% for 72 months. There's usually lease deals. There's cash back. So there's options. I would look into that. Test drive every single one of them. Test drive the TRD Pro. Test drive the 2020 Platinum and test drive the 2017 and see whichever one you like the best. The thing is this, I will tell you this, media, one more thing and then we'll move on from it. Dealers, luxury versus performance, that's why I got a Platinum and put all the TRD Pro stuff on it. I kind of mixed the both, but you got to remember this too. Dealers have a lot more room in a new vehicle. They can move around the price a lot in a new vehicle versus a used vehicle. There's usually not a lot of gap to play with when it comes to a used vehicle. So if somebody sold them a car, and I'm just making these numbers up, for, say they gave somebody a trade for $34,000 and then the dealer's going to sell it on the lot for $36,500 or $37,000, there's not a lot of room to play there. Okay? A new vehicle, there's all incentives attached to it. The invoice is usually way lower than the asking MSRP. So there is a lot more room in a new vehicle to play around. But try both. What's the worst they could say? No. And you move on. Mark, do you remember what I recommended for oil? I do not. And I'll be honest with you, Sam, there's about 400 people. But I will tell you, 400 people made comments on what oil they use. But the two main ones were AMSOIL and Mobil 1. Those were the two. Someone said Shell Rotella, which there was only one of those, but that caught my eye. But other than that, there was weird ones here and there. Jeff says, I've got a 17 limited with 56,000. Great truck. I recently put MagnaFlow 2 in, 2 out. No joke about MPG. Rock and roll, dude. MPG. Psh, have fun. Craig says, no leak. Rock and roll. Tundra Dan, my pilot. How you doing, bud? Good to talk to you. It's good to see you. Tundra Dan has been around the channel since its inception, and I love him just like it was yesterday. Casey says, current incentive is 1.9 for 50 months or 2.9% for 72. Thank you, Casey, very much. I appreciate it. And that is February's incentives. The new March ones will be coming out soon. But wait, isn't today? Today is, wow, today's the last day of the month. So, man, if you got nothing going on, for me, the dealerships close in 2 hours, 45 minutes. If you're in the West Coast, the dealerships are open all day. Get out there. See what you can do. Last day of the month. Go crazy, man. If anyone buys anything, leap day. Yes, true. If anyone buys anything, please let me know tomorrow or the next day. I'd love to know. Andrew, what's up? FYI, called Whipple Superchargers yesterday and found out there will be a kit out for the Tundras this summer. Curious how it will stack up against Magnuson. That might be a really, really good rivalry right there because Whipple, come on, man, they've been around a long time. Even people who don't know cars know what a Whipple is. So I do look forward to seeing how they compete. Excuse me. Joe says, Project Farm recently did a video on Mobil 1 versus Shell, Rotella gas, truck oil, and Rotella 1. There you go. Cool. Media says, Voodoo Blue also seems to be a problem to get. It is possible, Media. It is possible. All you got to do is sit down with somebody. You got to find a dealer that'll do this because there's dealers out there that will help you order a truck or find a truck at other dealerships to bring in one for you. And then there are dealerships that will always, always, always try to push what's on their lot by telling you, no, we can't do that. So don't be afraid to shop around. Yo, 2020, you don't even need a dealer anymore. You can go right online and do it all yourself at this point. So you can look around your area and find a Voodoo Blue around there. I had that 1794 Voodoo Blue a couple weeks ago. That thing was fun. John says, does Toyota ever do 0% for 60 months on Tundra? Yes, they do, John. That's usually more toward the end of the year. You'll see that a lot. I think it was last year, this past October, November, December, or November, December, it was 0% for 60 months and 0.9 for 72. I think that's what it was. Good points, yeah. Media, I will tell you one thing, and this is just friend to friend here. If you don't care about color too much, you're going to get yourself a better deal because they're going to work hard to sell you what's on their lot. And if they bring something in for you, you'll still be able to negotiate a little, but not as hardcore as what they have sitting there. So just remember that if you can, give or take on the color a little bit, you might work out a lot better with something that's actually on their lot. Note to self. Jeff said, recently got a MagnaFlow 2 in, 2 out with dump under the bed. MPG about 1 to 2 ticks up, no drone. Wow. It dumps under the bed, huh? Dude, Jeff, here's what you got to do. I'm giving you homework. I'll give you a week, buddy. Get me a video. I need you to put a camera, your phone, have somebody hold your phone behind your truck and give me some revs, man. I want to hear it. Yes, Voodoo Blue with a pumpkin spice interior. I'm into it, man. I like the colors, Tori. I don't care what anyone says. I think the 1794 interior is the best. And I'll continue to be here. Great content, no BS. That's how I do it, TD, Tundra Dan. Casey says, major market dealerships can get the Voodoo Blue. My little local, can't talk. Ooh, Ajita, what's up today? I need a tum. My little local dealership found mine that was pre-ordered at a dealership near Buffalo, New York. There you go. Yes. Thank you, Casey. Very, very good stuff today, my friend. Does anyone else get the cold sweats when entering a showroom floor that has the Tundra, 4Runner, and Tacoma TRD Pros displayed? If not, how about when the dealer has good-looking blondes? There you go. I like the blonde part better. I do really enjoy, when I go to a dealership and see a TRD, I like the Sequoia, man. But when I see a TRD Pro 4Runner, that always catches my attention. Excuse me. Media says, love the knowledge, keep up the good work. Hey, man, you keep watching, I'll keep making. That's the rule. Thank you. And make sure you keep me updated on what happens with your purchase. I do want to know. Man, why would they just make brown instead of orange? Could be so sweet. Tori, stop. It is sweet. It's a little bit different. It's nice. Craig says, I like my BF Goodrich, but I'm thinking of selling them and going with Michelin. Rock and roll. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? You don't like them, and then next tire, you go back to BFG. See, I used to be the type of person where I never wanted to change. You know, I was like a creature of habit with things. I'd go to the same restaurants. You know, I would order the same thing on the menu because I knew it was good. I was like afraid to try new things. But one day I was just like, spice of life is variety, people. So instead of just buying BFGs over and over again, I'm going to try myself something new next time. And that's the way to do it. And like I said, you can always go back and do something else the time after if it doesn't work out for you. That's the way I look at it. Spice of life. Remember that. Let's see. My 2020 should be delivered this week. Hoping to have a build status update on Monday. I would love to hear about your build status. And make sure you send a lot of pictures so we can do the fan feature on your vehicle. Jeff said, I'll make one and send it. Yeah, send it my way. Good. Love your channel, by the way. Thank you, Jeff. Definitely send that. When people do things with their exhaust, you know, different exhaust situations, different systems and everything, always send, if any of you do anything with your exhaust, always send little video or audio clips because I always like to hear the different exhausts out there. We're rocking the BA muffler system right now. Probably going to have a video going up this week at some point about that. You might want to tune into that one. But I love to hear what everybody has got going on out there as far as sound with their truck. There's some people like me who like a nice rumble, nothing too crazy. And then there are some people out there who wouldn't have mufflers or headers if the law would allow them to not have it. It's just the way the world is. Everybody's different. And that is what is so much fun about doing this channel, is because everybody's taste in their build is so different. And that's fun. It's fun to see that. There's some people who slam their trucks to the ground. There's some people who raise them as high as you possibly can. There's some people who like to do performance modifications, visual modifications. There's just so many different people out there. If we were all the same and we were all driving SR5 TRDs, it would be kind of boring, right? So you got to appreciate everyone's build, for sure. Craig says, SR5 TRD is, in my opinion, the best deal. When I'm ready for another truck, it will be the Limited. Yes, it's always a good place to start in the Tundra 2, the SR5 TRD, because you get a little bit of everything, but you don't get all the crazy extras, right? So you have an SR5 TRD, and then if you liked it, when you're done with it, move up to the Limited TRD. You get the same great stuff you got in the SR5, plus a little more luxury, and you could make your way through the ranks. Limited, at the end of the day, is the truck that I feel like everyone is the happiest in, because the Platinum is very high priced, and you get a few more things in the Platinum than the Limited that may not make sense with that price for some people out there. You know, the leather could go either way. I have no problem with the leather in the Limited and the TRD Pro, which is the same leather. It's more of a rugged leather. It could take a beating. The leather in these 1794 and Platinums are a little softer. They're perforated. You kind of want to take extra special care to not hurt them, you know? I like all the different builds, Tori says. I agree with you, buddy. High Voltage says, do you know of any good lift shops in the New York tri-state area like 88 Rotors in California? I know one very close to me, High Voltage, here in New Jersey. If you email me, TundraDude34@gmail.com, I will give you their information, and you can check them out. I know 2 around me that are pretty well known for the area, if you feel like coming down this far. M. Cameron says, go Jets, go Islanders. And if you're talking football, go Giants. But thanks for being here, buddy. Joe says, I wish the V8 on the Tundra could sound like a lumpy camshaft with the loop sound. I personally hate the exhaust sound on the Tundra when it's too loud. It doesn't sound tough, just sounds ricey. That's the first time I've ever heard that. Now, are you talking TRD dual exhaust, or are you talking just the regular standard exhaust it comes with? Chris says, gotta go. Love the channel. Keep up the great work. Prayers for your mom. Chris, you're the man. You've been here a long time. I appreciate you. Have a great day, pal. And good luck with the wife's car. I'm looking for the Orange Virus website for the Tundra. I'm not so sure they are the best. It's just what people rave about. You know who actually likes Orange Virus a lot? Keith from BA Muffler. A lot of the guys on the like Tundra crew and stuff on Facebook really like Orange Virus. Spend a week in a friend's, this is McFasto saying, spend a week in a friend's FJ Cruiser on a hunt. What a great vehicle that was. Only drawback is the windshield is a magnet for birds' rocks to get broken much more often than other trucks. I do absolutely love the FJ though, even though I agree with you on the window. It's kind of like a Jeep Wrangler. It's the same thing. It just takes rock hits, man. Ed says, go Giants, yes. If we're talking football, go Giants for sure. Andrew says, check out 4x4. They got a YouTube channel, Good Guys. All right. Check out OK 4x4. I apologize for that. I can't read or speak today. Sorry, guys. Their best dyno run is 313.81 horsepower and 360.53 max torque. Okay. Stock dyno tune is 316 horsepower and 343 max torque. All right, weird. Media says, my wife hates the 1794 and says, you need to be an old man to drive one. Hi, Mrs. Media. Good thing I'm approaching being an old man, whatever the age is for that. I love that vehicle. I don't care. And it, like I said, to each their own, but I love the interior of that truck, man. I think it looks good. If you want new tires, buy them. I've had great luck selling used on Craigslist. Generally will for enough to pay for 2 new. Oh, generally sell for enough to pay for 2 new. That's really good. I'm talking about when people delete the muffler and run, straight pipes on a Tundra sounds awful. Okay. If you wonder what a lumpy cam or loop sounds like, think about the 70s Charger. Okay, yeah, no. See, that's too loud for me. I like a nice rumble. And I'm telling you, the TRD dual exhaust. That's the perfect sound for me. Cameron says, are you satisfied with the answers about the transmission cooler issues or lack thereof on the 19 and up Tundra? I am. Personally, I am, yeah. It is what it is. And if Swears says that, that's the dude I'm going to listen to. But, you know, to each their own. Again, that seems to be the theme of today is to each their own. The OV tune seems to give more transmission tunes. Okay. BA was a little more than I wanted to spend. MagnaFlow installed was $180. That's a great price, Jeff. Great price, bro. Got a flat front windshield. Look into Gorilla Glass. MPG counts for me when pulling my camper. I guess I should upgrade to a larger gas tank. I think you should. And it is possible. Definitely. They make one, so the 38, you could get the one that comes on most of the Tundras now. But somebody was telling me they make like a 48 or a 50-gallon one out there aftermarket, and it will fit on the Tundra. Media says, sad to see Eli hang up the cleats, but Jones looks like not a bad replacement. I wanted Tom Brady, to be honest with you, and I know that's stupid because that's going to be like 2 or 3 years, but, you know, I'm glad Eli hung it up before it got out of control. So happy OBJ is gone. I absolutely agree with you 110% on that. I was not an OBJ guy at all. Flash in the pan and seemed like locker room poison to me. Tundra Dan says, I think the Army Green would look amazing with the 1794 interior. Hope that's a color choice next year. I'd buy it for sure. I never thought of that, Dan. Maybe I will. Sounds like a good deal to me. Sam said, have you heard anything about the Hino diesel engine on a Tundra? No, but that would be really cool, Sam. If no one knows what that is, Hino makes the commercial trucks here in the U.S. and probably elsewhere in the world, but they are owned by Toyota, Hino. So they make like the 26-foot trucks and smaller. I don't think I've seen anything bigger than that, but the big commercial trucks, box trucks. I want something that is going to take the top speed limiter off and remove the nannies while giving me a few extra ponies with some extra torque. Looks like I have a lot of research to do. That is true. It looks like you do. Andrew says, any chance you'll throw some headers on your Tundra to go with your supercharger and BA muffler system? Looking at headers for my Platinum with the TRD exhaust. Excuse me. I go back and forth all the time on that. There is a good chance that that does happen one day. My ultimate goal, I guess, is I want to do headers and a smaller pulley for the supercharger. That'll give a few more HPs out of there, so we'll see what happens, though. Stuff's expensive, you know. I try to pace it. So if I do something to the Tundra, I don't want to do stuff all together like I did when I started this build. I want to break it up a little bit, you know. Desert, what's going on, buddy? Anyone else here jealous about the Aussies down under in their diesel Land Cruiser Hilux? If you want to see badass rig, check out the 4-wheel drive action YouTube channel. Watch the Dirty 30 update vid. Yes, I agree. And I am a little jealous of the Land Cruiser with a diesel option, for sure. Hilux I don't really care about. I don't know. I've seen one in person in Aruba. It's just a smaller Tacoma, pretty much looks like. Be a sweet video review. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, it's just something I've always wanted to do. Go all the way. I already got the supercharger. Got an exhaust system. It's tuned. I might as well go all the way. Joe Jr. says, so I guess if you're still planning on modifications, does this mean you decided to keep when the lease ends? Read between the lines, but stay tuned. I'll put it to you that way, Joe. I'll ask this. I'll let you guys decide. There's 35 of you on here right now. Show of hands. Would you like to see the Platinum Pro that is sitting outside right now with headers, smaller pulley, and probably a DAP tune? Hands, please. Mark says, hi, Mark. Any news on the new Gen Tundra? Nope, nothing new. If you want to get caught up on everything we know, go check out my playlist. New generation or next generation Tundra. That'll give you everything you need to know, my friend, for now. McFasto says, OBJ will be the next Antonio Brown. That was said years ago and is closer to coming true now in a bad way. Hopefully he does not self-destruct. I agree. Vivid Racing has a tuned Eco Flash for our trucks. Rock and roll. How was Aruba? I was supposed to go this month, but work got in the way like usual. I don't ever need to go back. I'd like to go to Bermuda. That's where I'd like to go for the Caribbean. And it's not really Caribbean, but you know what I mean. Ed says yes. Joe says yes. Tim says yes. Doug says yes. Subtle, LOL. Keep the Platinum and make it as badass as possible. That's pretty much yes. Best dyno run is 410 horsepower, 435 max torque. All right. Mark says thanks. Hassan says yes, please. Yes, Ed, everything so I can figure out what I want. Andrew says hell yeah. Any chance at the Hilux coming to the North America? No, I wouldn't see it, media. I wouldn't see it here. Not with the Tacoma. It would just be confusing for the consumer at that point. Speed limiter is reset to 150 mpg. Okay. You bet. Time the 0 to 60 before and after. I actually plan to take this Tundra on the track. There is a track fairly local to me. I'll give you guys a little secret since you're on here, since you were nice enough to come through on a Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to give you a little something here, and you can raise your hands if you're into this. So we're getting to the point where we got to do some kind of a meet for this channel, right? And I know you're all over the place, but I will ask you this. If I rented out a track for a day, meaning a drag racing track, and we could run our trucks all day, and I'd hot dogs, hamburgers, and merchandise and stuff like that, would you want to come to that? So I'm going to need that hand emoji again if you're into that. It would be a Tundra meet, but it wouldn't just be a meet and greet. We would also have the track rented for us so we can do quarter-mile runs all day. Hands up if you would come to that, or you'd be into that, because that's something that is very possible if I get enough people that want to do it. And I know, like I said, a bunch of you live a long ways away. But it might be worth it to get yourself here just for some track runs and stuff like that. McFesto says, motor modifications do not interest me. Stock Tundra reliability is what brought me to this truck. All right, I feel you, but go for it. I like that. I like how you went both ways there. And I do agree with you, though. TundraDude says, does a smaller pulley and DAP tune void the Magnuson warranty? Probably. But at this point, screw it. You know, I do the channel. I do it for reasons like this. That's why I'm kind of different when it comes to making certain moves when I do, because I want to show you guys all these crazy things. I have to get permission from my wife, Mark says. Rock and roll on that one, brother. Johnny 5 with a thumbs up. If it was in Arizona, says McFasto, Joe would be into it. Hands up. Throw down some cash to help out. I'm in Pittsburgh. See what I could do. I mean, I could always try to get a track more centralized to everyone. I don't know. There's a lot of options out there. I love the leather, but with camping and dogs, I don't know if it's a good idea. It would be better for you to get the leather that's in the Limited or the TRD Pro. That's tougher leather. It can handle animals. I think you'd be better. Wish it were closer, for sure, Tori. Thomas says, if we get enough notice on the track, yes, I'm in Arizona. Or if the channel gets big enough. Now, this wouldn't be anytime soon because I don't have this kind of revenue yet. That's why you got to tell your Tundra friends so we could get it to this point. I would like to do meets around the country. So like a meet in the tri-state Northeast area, maybe Eastern Seaboard, and then like a meet out in like Vegas, and then a meet maybe in like Texas. That's at least more centralized to where everybody's at. Because I have a lot of people out in Arizona, you know, Nevada, Cali. I'd like to do a little bit of that. Canada, I'd have to do that. Vivid Racing is more expensive, 1,100 bones. You got the money. You got this. Would love to, but no can do. Too far from west to east coast. Moab would be cool. I like the way you think. Yep. When the channel gets to a certain point, which I really hope one day it does, we'll keep on keeping on. I would like to literally drive around the country and meet everyone I can, you know, because that's what it's all about. I just want to meet you guys, you know. You come on these live streams all the time. We talk like we know each other, like we're sitting across from each other at a TGI Fridays. Well, I'd like to meet you guys in person, see your trucks that you always talk about and send me pictures on. Yeah. So let me know what you think about that. I'm sure everyone would like to do that, especially I would go to as local as I can to everyone. So like, I don't know, California, somewhere in California, probably a little north of LA, something like that. Vegas would be a good centralized post. I'd probably have to do Phoenix because I have so many Arizona people out there. But I would make it so we would all figure it out. Couple days, stop at each city, say what's up to everyone. Probably wouldn't have my Tundra with me because I'd be flying. Or I would just say screw it and drive my Tundra across the country. Something like that. Dave says, J5, do any of these tunes you found have the capability to do away with the TSS entirely? Someone needs to make that tune. Dave's not feeling Toyota safety sense. That's what I got out of that one. But it looks like we're going to be winding down now. It's been 62 minutes. So I got a couple things I need to do. You know there's NASCAR in Vegas, just saying. Yeah, there's NASCAR and gambling, my two favorite things in Vegas. Sports betting, big fan of that. Hold on. Going to the 5:30 service, guy. If you want to give me your mom's first name, I will be more than happy to bring her up for prayers tonight. I appreciate that. Her name is Mary. And I always appreciate prayers for my mom. We want to get her healthy again, for sure. They don't even mention the Toyota safety sense crap. Light Bright and hubby travel around the country like fleas on a griddle in their Jeep. What's your email again? It is TundraDude34@gmail.com. TundraDude34@gmail.com. All right, boys and girls, thank you very much for being here. It was fun. It was a nice little chat. We hung out, like always. Make sure you get caught up on all the videos. We'll have something out there tomorrow. And a little update, potentially, I'm not sure yet, coming on the Tundra as far as a certain part on it. So make sure you check it out. I thank you for being here. If you're new to the channel, you know the rules. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Just do it all. Great live stream, dude. Have a good one. Tundra Dan, be good. Ed, thanks for being here. Sorry I messed your name up 16 times. I owe you one, pal. But yes, thank you, everyone. Good night, McFasto. Sam, take care, my friend. Be good. Enjoy yourself. A nice weekend. It's Saturday night. Be safe out there. Don't do anything stupid, but enjoy yourself. All right, we'll talk to you later. Take care.